Hola. Hello. ¿Cómo estás? I'm working on my Espanol. I'm getting much better. I am Lauren Cadillac. I'm an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I don't practice criminal defense. And these updates I'm giving to you every week are a great example of why I don't practice criminal defense. Because the state is a nightmare, and the state is constantly violating constitutional rights, and it just makes me sad and sick inside, and so I just can't do it. I can't. I love going against the government. I do, in any time, any way I can. But oh my goodness, they just make me sick. Okay. I'm not sure if I spoke to you last week. Oh, we're going to get into the Young Thug update. If you're new here, thank you for joining. I'm Lauren Cadillac. Like I said, I'm an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I mainly do real estate, but I love watching trials, and I'm a nerd. So, we did talk last week about Detective Quinn, and he's that skeezy guy who talks literally out the side of his mouth, and he was on the first 48. So the dude's an actor, so he's up there acting, and I just, do not like him. I don't like him. He was on the stand on Monday, and while he was on the stand, there was a pleading that was filed that estimated based off the 400 witnesses. Now we've been through like 40 witnesses so far, so the prosecution had 700 and something, and then they narrowed it down to 400. And here's the thing, I practice in the civil arena, but like I'm not taking your case if it takes me 700 witnesses to prove it. Like, that's too much. If I can't prove your case in, I don't know, like if I can't prove your case in 20, 30 witnesses or less, depending on, the complexity of the case, I'm gonna say 20, 30 witnesses or less. I don't want it. Certainly no more than 50 witnesses. That's ridiculous. So they originally had 700, then they, lowered it and reduced it to 400. So now they have 400 freaking witnesses. Today is like day 51, I think. We're in week 15, and the prosecution, or someone, I believe a defense attorney, wrote a motion to the court, and they calculated how long the prosecution's witnesses, at the rate we're going, how long the prosecution's witnesses are going to take. And they guesstimated that the prosecution would rest their case in October of 2027. I just forgot the mic was nowhere near me. Sorry, guys. I hope you were able to hear any of that shit. I'm so bad at technology. It's just really not, tech is not my thing. Kind of like math. And to me, keeping a calendar is math. And I always end up double booking myself because it's like doing math. It's just, so much. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, so they're like, it's going to take until October of 2027. Now, let me put this into perspective. My daughter is an October birthday. She is 11. So they sat the jury 1 month after her 11th birthday. And now they're saying it's going to be her 15th birthday. 15th before the prosecution rests. I can't. That's 4 years. Anyhow, I guess this was taken to heart by the judge because all of a sudden last week he was concerned about time. So this week, excuse me, this week they show up, and they show up on Monday, and they do the whole day. They have Detective Quinn on the stand. He talks out the side of his mouth the whole day. I cannot stand the man. And the prosecution finished their case in chief with Detective Quinn. Ooh, hold on 1 second, y'all. It's like I'm totally fine, and then I start talking, and then I need to cough. So the prosecution finished their case, and Brian Steele, YSL Steele, came up and started his cross-examination, and then they ended for the day. They then said Quinn can't come back till Friday. I guess he had some doctor's appointment or something. He's in his 60s now, I guess. So they said Quinn is going to come back on Friday. We'll put some other witnesses in between. Oh my goodness, y'all. Hold on. I got to take a sip of water. Sorry about that. Okay, I see you. No one can stand Quinn. Okay. I am glad that I'm not alone. I thought that this man's giving me the heebie-jeebies. But, are other people completely disgusted by this man? What I want to know is the jury as turned off by him as we are? Because he is so literally talking out the side of the mouth. Oh, he's having a colonoscopy. How'd you find that out? Hold on, I gotta mute again. I'm sorry. Ew, I'm so mad at my lungs right now. All right, well, how did you find that out? That he's having a colonoscopy. That's a bummer. I heard those are no fun. I haven't had to have one yet, thank God. But I heard they're kind of like not a fun thing to do. Do they put you under for those? I really don't want to go under unless I have to. All right, so Quinn does he does all day, and then everyone goes home. Tuesday, they come in for literally a minute and a half. I guess someone was sick. Who I think is sick is the white guy on the prosecution team. But here's my question. The prosecution team has these 3 people in the front row, and then they have like 2 people in the back row. So why does one person being absent mean you have to take the whole day off? That's my question. Oh, Quinn said it in court, and the judge said that was TMI. Well, thank you, another CG, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. For me, I am watching this usually while I'm doing work, and then I'll watch it, like parts of it again in the evening. So there are things that I don't catch, and like with Quinn, he turned me off so bad that I just kind of, when I'm just disgusted by someone, it's really hard for me to listen to them very carefully. So thank you for that. That's why we need our wonderful viewers like you, and I appreciate you so much. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, so Tuesday, we find out one of the prosecutors is sick. There's like 15 prosecutors. I don't know why we can't carry on without one of them. I really don't understand. Especially since it's not someone who's like carrying on their examination. It just, I don't know. It really bothers me. Wednesday, again, nothing. Thursday, we come together in the afternoon. Like, it's ironic how excited the judge is about trying to condense this, and then we're having day off after day off after day off. Now, I know the guy was sick. That's fine. I get it. I mean, I've been sick before. I've been sick on court days before, and it sucks. I get it totally. But like this keeps happening because there's 800,000 people in this courtroom. It is ridiculous. All right, so I got 2 videos that I thought were really interesting. These are all Miss Love. I cannot stand this woman. We're about to get into why. I just think she's a terrible lawyer. Every time I watch her, this is what the government gives us, you guys. We don't enjoy paying taxes in this country, right? Like, our country is founded on, no taxation without representation, or in fact, why not no taxation? And you get what you pay for, and Miss Love is what we're paying for. If this is the best that the state of Georgia has to offer, I'm biased. I definitely think that Texas attorneys are the best attorneys. I'm not gonna ever pretend that I'm not completely biased for Texas attorneys. And I'm biased against the government. Like, I got no problem admitting this, y'all. I'm not the government, so I'm allowed to be biased, okay? But this is what we're paying for. All right, here we go.
Beginning that she did not want to testify. When I met with her late last year with Chief Investigator Randolph with our office, we spoke, and she emphatically indicated she did not want to be involved. We told her that we had to, this is what we have to do.
There's a witness who is now, she's on today. Right now is a break. There's a pause right now, and that's why I came to you live. This witness does not want to be there, okay? She's another one like Adrian Bean or Tick. She's not interested. But unlike Adrian Bean and unlike Tick, the prosecution arrested this witness on Wednesday so that they could keep her in jail and make sure she would show up on Thursday. So they had no actual anything, no testimony, nothing on Wednesday. They arrest this woman Wednesday evening. She has to stay in jail, and it's not until Thursday afternoon that she even gets on the stand. I hate this prosecution. Our government has too much power.
She indicated that Mr. Anderson, who is her child's father, was a
Blah, blah, blah.
said to her, well, I suppose, and I was remembering differently than what the report read. I said, I suppose that's because the officer said that they called you and apologized and gave you your stuff back. She said, what officer said that? When did they give me my stuff back? I said, this is what I think I remember from the report.
Okay, so Miss Love had this conversation with this lady, and the lady was not nice to her, as she should not be, because Miss Love is annoying.
We had it seemed amicable kind of interaction. She agreed to meet with us again as time went on, if we needed to, when we needed to.
Mm-hmm. Blah, blah,
later, as it grew closer to the time, to just point out, I don't know if she's going to be cooperative. I don't know if she's...
Okay, so the woman is in jail clothes. So they first go have this whole conversation about the clothes she's wearing. She's not in court clothes. And the prosecution has no clothes to offer her, even though they're the ones who took her to jail. I can't stand these people.
Going to be hostile, but I've printed out for the court's consideration and copies for counsel of questions. I may have to ask her questions that are closed-ended. They will be maybe one-word answers or closed-ended questions. Those have tended to garner objections, but I just have case law that says a question that requires a yes or no answer is not a leading question. A leading question is a question not suggesting the desired answer. It's not leading, where it inquires only into a single fact. That's
what really irks me about this is the person that has been objection to yes or no questions as leading is her. Everyone else in that courtroom knows what a leading question is. This is what a leading question is. You're on the stand, I come up to you, I say, isn't it correct that the sky is blue? Isn't it true that there are 24 hours in a day? You wake up every morning, don't you? You see, that's the leading question, right? I actually don't care what your answer is on the leading question. I am saying the answer, right? You know, the sky is blue, isn't it? Right? Like, so she is the one who continues to confuse these things. And I do not understand why she somehow, like, now wants to be, you know, like the grammar police or, you know, the objection police, when she herself is making these terrible objections. But here we go.
Milner, Milner versus the state, 258, Georgia App 425. Wiggins versus the state.
Here's Thug yesterday.
3,
nice
8,
sweater.
Georgia App 273 is
I love
the
this sweater, y'all.
2016 case. The Wiggins is 338 Georgia App 273.
This lady not even paying attention. Look, she's texting.
Not open to
today she made a
the
few objections up.
that it is leading,
or her and this other
when
lady
it does not suggest the
Not her.
answer desired. So the court found that questions such as, now would she actually hold your hand during this time? And now, did he ever get his private part inside your vagina?
Oh, geez.
That they did not suggest the answer desired. That the questions...
That was
just the
very
answer
suggestive to
desired.
me.
The questions were not leading. The court also cited cases wherein the question was, any money demanded of you?
For those of you who are just joining, we're recapping the week. These are Miss Love on Thursday. She's
Georgia
trying to
App
talk about the witness
at
that's still testifying today.
11 That's
Thank you for joining.
2015 case, which also says a question is not open to the objection that it is leading when it does not suggest the answer, but on
Blah, blah, blah.
self-hostile, we won't need to lead. If, however, she does prove herself hostile, the state is prepared to ask the court for permission to treat her as such. And we have the cases for that as well.
You don't need
And,
cases for that.
I
Everybody
would
knows
point
that you
the
can
court's
cross-examine a
attention to
hostile
ESA,
witness. Everybody
spelled
knows that you can ask the court to declare them hostile and then cross-examine them.
versus the state,
When was that, sir?
2017,
There's some more recent case, like Brown versus the state.
Okay.
asking that she be treated as
We
a
need to see
hostile.
what she says. and
Right.
What comes up.
She doesn't even have current case law. I can't stand this
ESA,
woman.
Your Honor, is...
This is what we get.
That was Mr. Matthews.
I know, I was just addressing the
Okay,
court, but
that's
court
all
is
right.
gonna fit. That was 340 Georgia Ave, 327.
Okay. Woo! So, Miss Love finally gets her witness on the stand. And she blows it. She blows it. All right. This is a 37-year-old woman. She's a mother of 3. We are going to later soon find out that when her mother passed away, this woman was very sad. She was almost suicidal. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. This is all fair use, by the way. This woman was very sad when her mother passed away, but having her 3 sons is what kept her going. Okay. So Miss Love gets this woman on the stand. This is all yesterday, y'all. Because we didn't do anything on Tuesday or Wednesday because somebody
How
was
old were
sick.
you
Okay,
on
here we go.
Mother's Day of 2013? Let me just ask you this. What year were you born?
86.
86?
She asked her, how old were you on Mother's Day of 2013? And it was silence. And you know what, y'all? When I was watching this in preparation for this, I started thinking, how old was I on Mother's Day of 2013? I had to start, get out my fingers. I still don't remember what I came up with. But, who remembers that? I don't know. All right, here we go.
And were you working during that time outside the home?
I don't remember.
Were your parents, was your mother alive in 2013?
You had to ask me like that about my mother.
Ma'am?
Why you say, was she alive?
Oh.
Did you have a
Oh,
family?
sure.
Did you have a family structure around you in 2013?
You hear that? This silence we're
Ms.
hearing
Bennett?
is the witness getting emotional. Miss Love, as we find out later, told Miss Bennett she would not bring up her mother. And the first thing she asked about was Miss Bennett's deceased mother. All the silence, this is that witness getting
Ms.
emotional.
Bennett, I'm going to move away from that and I'm going to talk
What do you think the jury's thinking?
to you a little bit about the first time that you and I
Why
met.
is Miss Love a bully? That's what the jury's thinking. That's what I would be thinking. Why is she making this poor witness cry? Listen, she just sobbed.
Do you need a moment?
Miss Bennett, just let us know when you're ready, okay?
I'm ready, but did she really have to do that, for real?
You're subject to examination, but just let us know whenever you feel you're ready to go forward, okay?
I'm ready to. I talked to Miss Love about my mom like that. That's a tragic situation for me. I haven't talked about this. I haven't grieved about this.
Okay, all right, go ahead now.
Ms. Bennett, I'm going to wait until you tell me that you're ready to move into.
Miss Love is a moron. To jump right into that line of questioning that she promised this witness she would not. She told this witness, I will not get into that line of questioning with you. What does this witness's mother have anything to do with Young Thug Shannon Stillwell, any of these young men in this courtroom, or the furtherance of a gang. What does this woman's mother's death have anything to do with any of that? Why is Miss Love so stupid? So for me, what makes a good attorney is someone who comes up with novel arguments. That means arguments that we haven't heard before. When this young thug first started, before they had sat the jury, they were doing a bunch of motions. There was a Hispanic-looking gentleman. He had a ponytail. He would get up and he would come up with these just totally out of left field, wild, brilliant arguments that, you know, there'd be 10 lawyers who made the same argument, and he just come up with this other one, and then 8 lawyers would glom onto that. He was a good lawyer. Another person that's a good lawyer is Max Shart. Guys, I went back and I actually looked these people up, and I went to their websites. And in fact, I think Brian Steele is in practice with his wife. I believe him and the woman, I'm guessing the woman he has the practice with is his wife. And then Max Shard, he's been a lawyer for 17 years. He is the one, the bald guy, who wove the theme. Now, I'd like him to bring the theme back. Like when he cross-examines this woman who spent the night in jail because, you know, she's a witness and that's how we should treat witnesses. I hope he brings in that Fulton Blue theme with her. He should have done that with Tick, and I think he did. I don't remember if he did with... No, he didn't with Adrian Bean, but he was really mad at Adrian Bean, and he wanted to point out how Adrian Bean wasted everybody's time. So Max Shart is a good lawyer because he carries the theme, because he gets straight to the point. Brian Steele is a good lawyer because he doesn't make the witnesses angry. All right? Miss Love is a terrible lawyer because she, first of all, makes terrible arguments. She doesn't come up with any new, novel, interesting, nothing. Secondly, if she wasn't having the help of the government, if she didn't have the help of the judge, she wouldn't even, her objections would not be sustained. And finally, she makes witnesses upset. She picks fights with witnesses. You can pick a fight with someone, but you don't want to pick a fight with a witness. And you sure as hell don't want to do it in a place where your jury can see it. She's doing that in front of the jury. She's upsetting that woman, breaking a bond of trust. She had told the woman that she would not bring this up. And the woman talks about, she said she wouldn't bring it up, and now she does. Now the jury's going to wonder, is Miss Love really trustworthy? Can I really believe what's coming out of her mouth? Answer is no. Answer is no. All right, I'm sure they're back from their break. Yeah, right. So I'm going to let y'all go for this week, and I'm going to get back to today and continuing to see this witness out. They did do some examination yesterday. Keith Adams, YSL Adams, is doing the cross for the Jeffrey Williams team. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then scumbag Quinn comes back this afternoon. We'll watch it. I'll report back to you next week. We'll talk about it again. For those of you who have been here this whole time, thank you so much. I had so many viewers today. I'm very excited. Make sure you make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate it.